Good day to everybody. Decided to throw the quad in the back. I'm heading on down to Brutus Land, where that big bull roams. I've got some trail cams in his drainage, and the other day I had a cougar creeping along the trail. Real skinny. He looked like he might have been a hungry cat. So I thought it might be a good opportunity to head on down there and hike on down to some of that dark timber, throw out some predator calls and see if that cougar's hanging around. Maybe he'll slip on in thinking he's coming in for a meal, and I'll give him a lead dinner. Well, I'm definitely no cougar hunting expert. The cats have become so prolific around here, haven't they, that I see them a lot on my cameras, and then I've bumped into them quite a few times just out hunting. Okay, well, I got to my drop-off spot here. I'm gonna unload the quad and move my way down into this timber where I've had trail cam images of that kind of skinny cat that I talked about. Set up my predator call and see what happens. To be honest, I'm just looking forward to getting down in there, sitting down in some quiet, peaceful timber and soaking it in a little bit, you know. Maybe we'll have some excitement though. Well, I had to change plans. I got way down in there and my quad started acting up. Battery light was coming on. So I thought I'd better not park this baby way down here in the bottom of this hole. It'd be a little bit of a challenge to get out if I had a dead battery. So brought it back, loaded it back on the truck, and I'm just gonna go ahead and walk on down into the drainage here in front of my rig. See what happens. Whew. Boy. I made it finally. I just took a seat right here. I'm in this beautiful timber draw, kind of up above where I've been picking up cats on the camera. But I know they have a pretty big range, so I think I'm okay, even though I couldn't get to the spot I wanted to go to this evening. So I'm just going to sit down here, quiet down for a little bit, turn on the call, my predator call here in a few minutes, see what happens. Let's get some excitement. Okay, I think I'm gonna head up the call a little bit. Seems like, I mean, not really knowing what I'm doing, but it seems like deer call, some sort of a doe bleat. Might be the best option, so I'm going to give that a shot. Some branches fell off the tree back there. What I need is a fresh kill is what I need. A couple years back, a friend of mine, David Thistle, and his son Griffin, we sat on a fresh cougar kill. Spike buck that he'd buried. Sure enough, that cougar came back. Griffin got a shot that just missed him. It was fun, though. It's a good time. A lot of noise in the woods today. Yep, it is definitely an escape out here. Good for the soul, I tell you what. I know that you know what I'm talking about. It's one of the big reasons we do this, isn't it? There's a lot going on in our world right now. Feels like the wheels are coming off. All the more reason for all of us to seek Jesus. We're all sinners. Nobody can be good enough. But then Jesus came. You know, there was an incredible moment when Jesus was being crucified. You see, the Bible says he was crucified with two thieves, two bad guys, two men who had spent their life making bad choices, you know. One of those thieves turns to Jesus and says, "Jesus, will you please remember me when you get to heaven?" Jesus says, "No, it's too late for you. You've been too bad." No, he doesn't say that. He says, "I tell you this, today you will be with me in paradise." That makes a guy get pretty emotional. He loves you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you've done, how bad you've been, how wrong the choices you've made. If you turn to Jesus and say, Jesus, I believe you, He rescues you. Well, I don't think a cougar is going to be coming by my way. And it's getting a little bit late. And I'd love to glass some units before I get home. So I think I'm going to head on out. I thank you guys for hanging out with me, coming along, seeing if we can find a cougar together as I continue this 22-year adventure heading towards that big bull. But you know, I asked myself two things at the end of the day. Number one, did I get closer to Jesus today? And number two, did I help anybody that I know get closer to Jesus today? So I encourage you to get out in God's creation, enjoy it. And until the next adventure, we'll see you next time